stop confusing protection with rejection. This is not an easy word to hear, especially when you're going through it, or if you feel like you've been down this road a lot. Like, okay, God, you've been doing all of this protecting. How about you just send me people, places, and things that I don't need to be protected from? But no. God is feeling some type of way that we feel some type of way. God is like, stop confusing my protection with rejection. I allow you to deal with certain people or relationships or circumstances in life so that it can strengthen you, so that it can prepare you. How can you learn things? That's just like, think about it like this. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for making this thing practical. Think about like when we're children and we're growing up. If we don't just know how to talk because God gave us a body and a brain that should be able to produce speech. No, if we were just born and just left in the crib, none of us would be talking, interpreting, doing nothing. God gives us the tools that we need so that we can produce. The same way that we had to learn how to talk, walk, ride a bike. Fell a lot, I finally learned how to walk. Probably fell a few times, go skating, whatever, and then you learn how to do it with practice. There are other things that we do have to learn through practice and through experience, and sometimes repetition. It takes people operate at different levels. So one person, you can explain something, you can read a book to them, and maybe the first time that you read it, they're like, oh, I remember the concept. To another person, they might have to read it a few times before it finally sinks in. There's no better or worse. It is what it is. Everybody is different. The things and the people that God allowed you to be with, God is like, I needed to give you practice. This is a word for us to understand what's happening and why. There's a season for things. When you go to school and you get that and you graduate and you walk that stage, you did everything that you had to do to walk that stage. You passed all them classes. So funny because in the physical realm, we have school, we have different things that we can see is levels, and then you can graduate. But in real life, those classes aren't necessarily on paper. You can't put them in a box like, okay, this lesson was a class and we don't know how many lessons until we finish. It's the same thing. There are just certain circumstances, certain people that you have to meet because you're going through your classes, you're learning your lessons, you're getting your practice on. It's making you who you were created to be. It's making you your ultimate person, your ultimate form. God is like, stop confusing my protection with rejection. These people or these circumstances that you've been rejected by, God is like, they're not even on your level. They're not even on your level. Some of you don't even think highly how you're supposed to think. You know, we don't want to think more highly of ourselves than we ought to, but it's not about thinking highly of ourselves. It's about understanding that you're a child of God. You come with certain birthrights. There's certain benefits that come with being a child of God. And one of those benefits is living and understanding that you're royal, that you're a king and a queen, and you deserve such treatment and such people to be in your life. Some of you have people that's been trying to make you feel less than, because what you don't realize is they actually feel less than being around you. They actually don't feel worthy to be your friend or to date you or to be in business with you. So now they're flipping it. They're trying to make you feel like they're rejected, when they're trying to cut you off before you do glow up and realize who you are in life and in God within yourself, and then look at them and be like, what was I doing with you? Bye. Peace. They trying to cut you off and do that before you realize who you are. You'll have people cut you off. You'll have people leave. You'll have circumstances leave just because it's like, well, I left them before they could leave me. So understand, it's not rejection, it's protection. And as a chosen child of God, make sure that y'all look at that video, 9 signs that you're chosen, if you haven't. You know, it is what it is. Great things come with great responsibility. Sometimes it can be very annoying to feel like, oh, well, I'm always the one being protected. I can't just, enjoy this circumstance or this person for a little while. Like, you just be exposing people immediately, Lord. But that's because you're chosen, and God ain't got time to play with your life. He's protecting you, and he's not going to take his hand up off of you. Anytime you feel rejected, realize, oh, that's God protecting me. And that's a fact. All right. I love y'all. Come join the family. Patreon.com/PrettyBossTV. And you can get this very cute pant set. I love this set. This comes in pink and in black on pvexclusive.com. I love y'all so much. Talk to y'all soon. Y'all willing. Peace.